Hi guys, it's me, Deanna Jones, and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, please let me know in the comments below. But this is Try It Tuesday. That's right, this is a monthly challenge that is being hosted every month by Sammie of Unicorn Dust Designs. She came up with this wonderful idea and I love it. And she asked me to be her co-host this month, which I was thrilled. I love Sammie. She is a marvelous crafter, wonderful friend, and just an inspiration to so many. So I hope you check out her channel in the links down below. I hope you check out all the crafty creators that are here. So Try It Tuesday is where we try another person's craft and give them props. So let's see who I was inspired by today. My first craft is inspired by DIY Deanna, the Crafty Magnolia. She's a lovely friend and I hope you watch her channel. She's just so much fun. She's a delight. She created this water can, a floating water can, yes. And I loved it. I love making floating teacups. I made one recently with my brother, so if you can, check that out. But she created this lovely little floating water can and I just had to replicate it. I was just stunned at how cute it was. She said maybe I can come up with something better, and I don't think I have, but I did do something a little different with regards to the water. Anyway, here I'm just using a small terracotta pot that you can get at the Dollar Tree, and one of those styrofoam balls, and of course using some reindeer moss. And it's called reindeer moss because it looks like little baby antlers. Yep, that's why. Anyway, just mixing the moss. And then I had removed the metal stick. It was a stick for the, how do you call it? Like you stick it into a arrangement or into the ground. So I'm using that same metal stick to affix my watering can to my pot of moss right now. And it shall be a pot of flowers. Now the most difficult thing about any floating idea, I've also made a floating cauldron and potion bottle, but the most important thing is to balance the weight, and that's where I was having a little difficulty. And now all I'm going to do is pour some hot glue over that metal rod so that it looks like water. And at first it doesn't look like much, but look, as you can see now, it does look like it's pouring out some water into those blue little flowers. I lost a little bit of clippage. I lost the clip where I'd filmed myself placing the flowers into the flower pot, but you get the idea. Now I'm just adding a little checkered bow at the handle of the watering can, and that's basically it. I didn't know if I should use some water or I should put some glue inside the can so it would look like water inside the can. I still might do that. But I think it came out adorable, and I want to thank Deanna for being the inspiration to this wonderful little cute idea for spring. My next inspiration comes from Kay and Trish, the crafting cousins. They are awesome, and I always enjoy watching them just for their personality and just their bright sense of humor, and of course, their craftiness. So what I'm doing is I'm taking this charger. They bought it at Hobby Lobby, and I was so thrilled when I found it. I wanted to do the same thing. They created like a wall decor design just using some paper and this charger. Now I'm using stickers from the Dollar Tree because I saw them and I thought they were so beautiful. I had no idea what I was going to use them for. And I was going to decoupage and I said, no, you know what? I like the idea of using these stickers. So I'm using these lovely stickers, and it was pretty easy to do, as you can see. The most difficult thing is just cutting things apart so it fits into the platter or into the charger. But it just looks so lovely, and it's going to add to my growing Shabby Chic decor. I've really gotten into Shabby Chic design and also Cottagecore. So especially for the spring and the summer, I'm really enjoying the looks for Shabby Chic and Cottagecore. So again, just adding all of those stickers, and if you wanted to, you can also use Mod Podge to seal it in, but I just kept it with the stickers. Thanks again, Kay and Trish, for letting me get inspired by you and by emulating this design. My next inspiration is from Sonia, the Domestic Diva DIY. She created these faux, I guess they're called gables? Shutters? I don't know. Yes, shutters, not gables. I don't know why I was thinking of gables. Anyway, I decided I was going to do the same. Now here I'm using what is usually the cardboard within a bolt of fabric. I always go to Hobby Lobby and I pick them up because instead of using wood for signs, I just use these cardboard inserts. Now I was trying to use my little saw there and it didn't work, and then all of a sudden I realized it was actually faster to like score and cut. I mean, score and snap. Boom, snappity snap. And that's how I used it to create all the little shutters on my faux shutter. I always wanted to make a faux shutter, and I thought I was going to have to use wood and a big saw and all that stuff. But hey, look, I created it with this PVC material. It was a PVC material that was beveled on one side. Here I'm trying to figure out what am I going to do now. So I figured I had to glue each piece one by one. Yes, so just to explain, that was like PVC plastic that you can use as floorboards or any kind of decor, but they're very easy to, as I said, score and snap. So that's what I'm using, and I'm just using the other bolt, cardboard bolt insert to line up all of my little shutters. Are they called shutters? I don't know what they're called. The whole thing is called a shutter, but what are those things inside? I don't know. Put it in the comments below if you know what they are. I'm trying to see if I can think of it. Now, once you cut them up, then you just make sure you sand them a little bit so that they're even. And that's it. You just start gluing them one by one, measuring and gluing, and just putting them in to your shutter. It's good if you're watching a nice movie. I'm trying to think what it was. Oh, you know what I was watching? I know. I was watching Miss Potter with Renee Zellweger playing Beatrix Potter. It's such a lovely little story. It's a biodrama or whatever. And it was kind of sad, but it was kind of happy in the end and very inspiring. So, thinking about Shabby Chic and Cottagecore, and I don't know, that movie came to mind, and that's what I was watching. Now I just start framing the shutter. I want to talk a little bit more about Sonia, the Domestic Diva DIY. She has been such a good friend and such an inspiration. If you can, please check out her channel. Her link is down below. One of the most important things she does is that she provides a calendar of playlists for all of us crafters. So if you're an avid crafter and you want to know about different playlists or any kind of challenges that are coming up, please check out her channel. She does such a lovely job of keeping us all in check and posting a calendar of all of the different events that are taking place and challenges and playlists. So if you are an avid crafter, I would suggest you visit Sonia, the Domestic Diva DIY. Besides that, she is very clever with all of her crafts, and she's quite a handy woman as well. And this was inspired by one of her crafts. So now I've finished framing, and here comes the fun part. I found these daisies at Walmart and I fell in love with them. Of course, I'm going to wrap my little daisies in some burlap ribbon because I just thought it looked just so cottagey and fun and farmhousey. Yes, it's a little bit farmhousey. And so I'm just going to wrap them, there you go, into that ribbon and hang them from the shutters. I'm going to add those little blue flowers as well. I can't remember the name of those blue flowers, but it's so nice when you have white daisies with those yellow inner parts, and then you just put in some blue. It's just a little pop of color. So pretty. So now all I'm going to do now is use my black and white gingham ribbon, make a little bow, and then hang it on my shutter. And that is it. I hope this inspires you. I've seen other crafters also use those paint stirrers, the wood paint stirrers. So that might be another option as well. I just liked it that I didn't have to paint these. That was the great thing. I didn't have to paint them. My last craft was inspired by Liz, the official craft nerd. I met Liz almost a year ago. Her and I met through, I guess, my channel. I can't remember. I think she was on one of my lives. She is just such a creative lady. And here I'm going to recreate one of her Shabby Chic wall designs. I really love Shabby Chic, and I'm so glad that she's getting into Shabby Chic as well. So she created this wall design. This is actually a Christmas sign. I forgot to show the other side. And it looks like, you know, one of those tags, one of those big tags. I'm painting it first with Folk Art Cottage White, and it's like a white with a bit of a tinge of green. It's really a lovely color. So I'm going to do that first. And then next, I'm going to decoupage some pages from a book. Now, Sammie, don't get upset. I know she gets upset when people use actual book pages. These are books that were falling apart already. And instead of throwing them in the garbage, I'm actually utilizing them to create these designs. So all I'm doing is ripping the sides of these pages and decoupaging them to my sign. It just adds such a lovely little Shabby Chic look. It also could be Farmhouse if you'd like, but the colors, and it's very feminine, and I loved it. I just fell in love. And if you want to get into Shabby Chic, please check out Liz. She really is doing a lot with Shabby Chic designs, and she is just a lovely, lovely young woman. I had her on my channel once, and we had so much fun. She was really nervous about it, and she just created a wonderful little, it was a pumpkin, and it was inspired by Tim Burton. But please check out Liz's channel in the description below. Now, she used, I think she used other transfers, either sticker transfers, or she used actual decoupage paper. I can't recall right now. So I decided to stencil it, but then in hindsight, I remembered I was going to cover all of this with a lovely Shabby Chic ribbon. But anyway, I love stenciling, so that's okay. I hope you don't mind me stenciling a little bit. Once I finished stenciling, what I did was I used the same sponges, and I just weathered around the sign, around the edges of the sign, and within the sign itself. I mixed a little bit of black gray with blue and pink, so those colors would kind of be muted in the background of this sign. Now I'm gathering all the ribbon I've ever had. It seems like I'm just gathering all of my ribbons. And one trick that I wanted to show you is my ribbon sign kind of gets a little wrinkly. And when that happens, you can either use a flat iron, or I use my big old curling iron, and on a very low setting, I just pass them through really quickly, and look at how quick that helped. And that was with like chiffon ribbon. Now this is more of a burlappy kind of ribbon, and it works just as well. I don't think I've ever shown you guys, but I have seen other crafters do this as well. I know it's Shabby Chic and it doesn't have to be perfect, but I like my ribbons to at least look, I don't know, a little tidy. And see, there are all the ribbons together. It's just so much fun to gather all your scrap ribbon and scrap fabric. I did like little scrap fabric pieces, probably around 1 inch to maybe 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch wide, and ripped them. And it's just so much fun to put these together. Then I just looped them and tied them off because I was going to make kind of like a pom-pom on the top. And I just wanted to make sure it was as long as the sign or a little longer. If you notice, I put on a few pops of color so it wouldn't just be like white and beige and stuff like that, you know, for summer or spring. And tied that all together. And then I just glued that to the top of my sign. And then to add a little more dimension or drama, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to add some of my favorite florals from the Dollar Tree. They have really upped their game with florals. They are just amazing. So, you know, don't hold your nose up at Dollar Tree florals. They are fantastic. And if you're on a budget, it makes the same. It's just the same. But honestly, the other thing also is I've recently bought, you know, those daisies I bought at Walmart, and I was very impressed with those as well. And they're 98 cents. So it's a 2-cent difference. You never know, if you have to give your 2 cents worth, you need those 2 cents, you know? Everything counts. So here I am finishing up the ribbon. Oh gosh, I love how it looks. I really do. I want to make tassels like this as well. Ginormous tassels. That's what I'm going to do next. just gonna, I saw that once on the Shabby Chic Queen channel. I love Our Green Acres, and she makes great tassels. So here I am adding those lovely florals from the Dollar Tree to finish off my little sign. And I'm just gonna hang this out front, in front of my front door, or my bedroom door. I don't know. It's just so pretty. I wouldn't put it on my front door. I'd be worried about it getting ruined. But on my bedroom door, I think it would look really cute. So there you have it. I have created, out of Liz's inspiration, thank you again, dear friend, a Shabby Chic ribbon sign. So what did you think? I loved making all of my crafts, but you know, I really love Shabby Chic lately, and Liz just totally inspired to make this little wall decor. And Deanna, I hope you love what I did with your little watering can. This was so much fun. You know how I love floating teacups, so this is something else to add to my floating teacup collection. Anyway, I was inspired by all the crafters and by everyone that is in the playlist. Thank you so much for joining us, and thanks especially to Sammie for always being an inspiration and for being such a caring friend. Thank you all for joining me today, and please like, share, and subscribe. And as I always like to say, please stay safe, be kind, God bless each and every one of you, and remember to live the adventure. See you soon.